In this video, I decided to show you something. If you are watching the markets at the moment, they are absolutely crazy. And of course, you all know why it is the case. It is because the US has a new presidency, which is making decisions very rapidly and without going into politics, if it's bad or if it's good or if it's just neutral. The markets are very, very different, and it is kind of like if there is a high volatility news event 24/7 in every minute. Like there is no chill. We can also say this. And as a developer, my job is to constantly monitor the markets, constantly analyze the new trends. And usually when I am doing this, when there's a new trend, when there's new market structure situation, I am waiting for a few months after that particular event happened that changed the markets. And it is because the markets can really go sideways in these situations, and there is not a clear trend because even the bigger investors, they they don't really know what is going to happen, which is pretty like unusual. And this is why there are no trends. There are these spikes, these volatile events, these like fake trends, but not real ones. And of course, the best trading there is trend trading. Um, and so EAs are really struggling now, and not just a couple of EAs or something like that. Almost all EAs are struggling now. I am talking to many, many traders, different developers, um, funds, and like most of the industry, except a few big participants. And of course, mathematically, there are some extremes to either side. So there can be some very profitable and like very, very bad traders as well in this situation. But the average trader is just struggling, and the average EA. My most stable EA is the Automated Gold Trader and the Viking EA at this very moment. And I am working on new updates based on the first 3 months for all my EAs, like the Apex, like the Nomad Trader, and the Powerful Price Action EA. And these are going to be mostly set file updates because the EAs have all the necessary features, strategy in them, everything. But since the market changed so much, and it is going to change, I need to adopt my set files with various kind of testing methods to these markets. So there is nothing to really worry about, but these new sentiments that are in the market in this moment are portraying a future that I think is going to be completely different than almost like everybody thought even just a few years ago. But I am not going to go deep into the like the details of these political, economical, socio-economical event series. I'm going to focus on the auto trade gold EA because I just wanted to show you that usually when there is like a situation like this, I'm just going ahead and I am doing a little testing on my EAs. The ATG EA reached around 100% from October, which is still very good. But of course, as with any EA at any situation, not just in these volatile situations, there are some drawdowns. And I am usually checking my EAs frequently to see what kind of um, behavior they are doing in that specific market situation. Of course, I am not micromanaging my EAs because that is not a good look. So I am just testing them and improving them if needed. So the ATG really maintained its safety, its predictability basically along these like along these times. Let's just say that. And so I am curious if I can find anything to be improved because we just had a drawdown of around how many percent it was? 10%. And yeah, that is not the end of the world. Like, of course, 10% drawdown for a Gold Trader EA with 100% gain is like, it happens. It is very true. But I like to be on the top of the markets and on the top with my algorithms. So I am going to test all my set files for this EA that I am using on one account, which is also a little bit crazy, I know, but I like to see how set files can be working in a diversified way together. So it is also an experiment. So far it is going good. But yeah, so I'm going to test them from the first one to the last one, and my EA, the ATG, is like almost 100% similar in 1 minute than in everything based on real ticks data. You can check it out on MQL5. I am not lying. It is the truth. I coded the EA intentionally this way because it adds so much to the whole experience when you are working with an EA. Let's see. So I'm telling you this structure, what I'm doing in this video. First thing is I am testing the EA with all the set files for the out of sample period, which means the out of sample period that I did when I published the set file and the period after that. So that is like a live trading period, which is now with a new update from January. And originally, I published this new version of the EA in October and put it on live account. So, and I tested like out of sample, non-optimized, from early 2024. So this is the situation. And now I am testing it and checking, and it is just, I think, interesting for developers, for traders, for all the, like everybody who is interested in trading and algorithms. So I am testing this period and I'm checking if there are differences between the out of sample period, the live period, and the period the period that is happening lately, if it is very different, because if that is very different based on data analysis and all the rules and structures, it means that something is not good. Something in the markets is very different. And because my EAs are not using martingale, grid, or anything like that, it would mean that yes, the markets change a lot if we found something very different. Like, well, maybe bad, like say break-even period, it is also not a good period. And here, now we are just, it is a first analyzation stage of like if I need to create new set files, for example, or if I would trade with this particular set files, and let's see when it started to go downhill a little bit, like not crazy. Yes, so it was February 14, so it is very recent, around 12 days. Up until that point, it was behaving as expected. Okay, so for example, now I am with this set file, I just wrote it down to a piece of paper, a question mark, because I'm not sure if this set file just has a couple of bad trades now, like it is a period which is also part of trading, or it means something really changed. And now I am checking all the other set files because it is really a necessity if you are trading with algorithms. And since multiple traders are also trading with the ATG, Apex, and all these EAs, I really like to test them very frequently, so I see all the changes. It is like an art, like art with data, numbers, and formations. It is just a very, very first stage of this, and I think it is also interesting. Yeah, it is not some crazy complex stuff, but the thinking, the ideas, the theory behind it, I think can add value to many traders. So let's see, this is a V2 set file. Yeah, it had some periods like here as well that's not entirely good. As I said, I am not using martingale, grid averaging, anything. And this is the reason why this EA could actually make money from October, which were the craziest months. Because if it would use martingale or anything like that, yeah, the curve would be better for the optimized period, but it is not optimized. Keep in mind, this whole period is out of sample. So, which is pretty, it, it's, it is impressive in a sense that it has very similar results in optimization, in out of sample, and in live trading, which is the goal of every trader. And even if you are like an institutional trader in the highest level. Yeah, let's see. I am very curious that from October 14, from February 14, it is going a little bit to the downside. It's break even, or maybe this set is doing amazing in that period, because it would tell us a lot about the markets and about the. I think this is a much smoother experience overall. We had like one period here with 3 months completely okay. We are real traders, and losing is definitely a part of the game. So I think this set file, it is not getting a question mark because this set file is behaving exactly as expected in the live markets, which is good. So that means that some of the set files of this EA are just doing a good job even in these periods. And this is why basically the EA is not going down when almost all the other EAs are going down. Because overall, the set files really complement each other. This is why I created 7 set files that I'm using on one account. Because for one, it can really help. Diversification can reduce risk by 80% based on studies. Of course, it's not the same when you are trading with the same instrument, but if you are creating completely different set files, ooh, that was nice. I like that. I like that. Those are some good trades. Then you can diversify your trading even on one pair, one instrument. And if you're interested, I am going to make a video about it, how to create very different set files. But it's also true that I can do that because I am creating custom price action patterns for all my set files and EAs. Yeah, if you're interested, let me know in the comments and I can do some crazy stuff. Wow, this is one interesting set file. Like, how much is the win rate on this one? When you realize that you don't have to take a look at the charts all day because you can trust the EA to trade. And this is not just because of the EA, I have to tell you. it is also because if you are setting a risk that is not high, so you can set like 0.3% risk per trade, then you are not going to really stress about it. But if you are setting a 10% per trade risk, then you are going to be really stressed. So it's not just because of the EA, it's because of your risk management capabilities with an EA. This is one interesting part to also tell you. Oh, very interesting. This is some crazy EA. So we are not looking for the crazy perfect results. We are looking if it's very different or not. I think it's not. It's not. It's actually doing good. So in these markets, the V3 set file, and if you are a buyer, because many traders are using the ATG, many Signal subscribers as well, because this is one of the EAs that is actually working on the markets now. Um, Even now, let's say that, because now it has a 10% drawdown, around 10%, maybe a little bit more, like the maximum, I think 12 maybe. The entire system had 3 losing trades. And on the live signal, I am using a little bit higher risk on my bigger account because I am running this EA on my on my bigger accounts, because as you can see, I really care about this EA, and I trust it as well. And if you are interested in videos about the other EAs like the Apex, Metatrader, Viking, let me know in the comments, because I can do these types of videos for those EAs, because I love numbers, I have statistics. It's just what I like. So from a young age, I am this way. So if you're interested, I can make tens of videos about this topic. Let's see, still calculating. Something's up with my laptop today. It's usually not this, but it's okay. This is very hot. So this is why. But yeah, I already see the V3 is insane, very stable. Some losing trades, but overall, these are the sets that are overall making money. Like if you take a look at the signal, you're going to see this is kind of the curve of the signal. It's okay. I am not like I don't want to say exponential curves are not good, but I really like linear curves, because like I said linear, yeah, it's funny linear curve, but I like linear growth more, because for me exponential growth means also risk, also high risk, and a potential to exponential downfall, because that is just how mathematics work, and I don't like that prospect. So yeah. So let's see the V4 set file. So with the V3, we have seen that it is working great. With the V2, we have seen that it is like good, as it's not a real category mathematically, but yeah. And the V1 is, let's say, not good. And this is already something that I am really interested in knowing. Because, of course, right now, a few things can happen. This V1 set file can go up to the moon, because maybe it is just a bad, like a not good period. Like, for example, here, the V4. This is not a good period, but after that, the whole period, like the whole out of sample and live period is great. So it is also possible. So in these cases, one of the other things with data analysis is pretty tough to decide that if you should run this set file for more, because it's only 1 month or 2 months past, and for example, run it for 3 months or half year and see how it is working, or be a little bit more reactive. Usually, it is not good in trading when you are too reactive, because then you are just messing up your strategies, and you don't let them actually work out. But when the markets change so much, a lot of fundamental stuff. And so that that it, like, for example, V1 set file is so much, it's not very bad, but it's so much worse in comparison to the V2, V3, or V4 set file, as you can see here, which is pretty good. Like, it's impressive. Let's see when it had the last trade. Yeah, it is trading very frequently, and it is trading in a very good way. I am also making this video because I think for many of you it is going to be useful who are using the ATG EA. I think so. And this is why I am also doing this. So you are seeing this video, as I'm talking about this, you understand more, and you say, oh, I am not going to use the V1, or I am going to use the V1 with double risk because now it is going to go upwards. It is your decision. I am just telling my analysis. Okay, the V4 is amazing. It is very stable, and which is even more important, it is very similar to the optimization period and the out of sample period. The V5, yeah, I know which one. It is one of my experimental sets, and I am actually interested how it is done in the last period of time. And so, it is like the V1. I'm thinking about this. Like, for the V1, it was like, now we are at this point with the V1 set file, and it is easily some potential to happen. This offers after the downwards direction. But what if we are seeing something with the V1 based on, like, on its pattern that is actually not working in the current markets? This is when all the different tools are coming in to the picture, which is going to be my next video idea. As you can see, I am doing now many more videos than I'm usually doing, because I realized if you are interested in these videos where I am working on my EAs, showing some set file development, testing, how I am thinking about the markets, then I can do many more videos, and it's liberating. But yeah, the V1 is going to need some real analysis, and the V4 as well, because it is so stable and similar. Yeah, this is also good. It's break even, basically. Yeah, this is the first analysis that I'm doing, and I've done. I hope you enjoyed this video, this whole explanation about all of these structures, testings, why I'm doing this. Let me know if you are interested in more of this, because I of course, this is my work, it is my job. I am doing this for 8-10 more hours today. But yeah, if you are interested in more videos about this, let me know, because because sometimes when I'm working, I'm just going to open the recorder and I'm going to make a video for you about some serious stuff. Ciao.